this is Ayers, and I am just checking in from Jerome Township, Ohio, right across from the newest Costco store, which will be opening on August 11th. Now, Costco is a $114 billion retailer. They didn't pick August 11th as an opening date for no reason. They have a very deliberate strategy on when they open their stores. So if you think about retail, the #1 shopping day of the year is Black Friday. Well, intuitively you could say, well, if I'm going to open a store, I want to open on Black Friday because that's the greatest demand. The problem is, if you were to open a retail store on Black Friday, no one would know that you're there. People wouldn't plan to go there. Effectively, you would be skipped over. So by opening in August, a retailer like Costco has sufficient time for their marketing to gain traction, people to drive by, word of mouth to get around. So when that busy Christmas shopping season hits, people know that there's a Costco and they'll choose to do their Christmas shopping there. Well, the same concept applies for urgent care. In urgent care, we see a very strong seasonality curve. Now, granted, the seasonality curve will vary by parts of the country. If you're in a summer beach resort, you might just flip this curve over. But typically, in urgent care, we see the busiest months as the cold and flu season, which is typically January, February, March, going into April. We see a decline in the summer months, and then we see volume starting to increase again as school returns. So if you're opening an urgent care center, the ideal time to open, according to the demand curve, is going into the season of strongest demand, which would be July, August, or September opening. So you think about urgent care. You open in July or August, you can run back to school promotions, you can get involved with the schools, your grassroots marketing. By the time your marketing really starts to make headways, as soon as you start getting some traction with your marketing, that's when the busy cold and flu season will hit. People will know your center's there, and it'll be the first place they'll think to go when an urgent care need arises. Now, I get a lot of questions about the reasons urgent care centers fail, and one of the top reasons is that they open at the wrong time. So if an urgent care center, typically the logic is it's an emergency medicine physician or maybe a primary care physician. They think, oh, December 31's a good time to leave my previous job. January 1's the start of a new tax year. January is going into the busy season. Well, if an urgent care center opens in January, consumers won't know it's there. By the time people see your sign, by the time word of mouth gets around, by the time people see your marketing, you're already into April, May, going into the slow season. Effectively, I have seen urgent care centers lose almost an entire year of progression in their business because they opened at the wrong time. So the advice is to consider the seasonality curve, to consider consumer behavior, and to consider the best practices of other retail and service type businesses like this Costco, and open your center in July or August, going into the which will give you time to raise awareness going into the seasons of highest utilization. So again, this is Ayers. I'm just checking in, and if you have any questions about marketing your urgent care center, opening your urgent care startup, or anything else urgent care related, please don't hesitate to contact us at Practice Velocity using the email address on your screen.